All right, ladies and gentlemen, you saw the thumbnail, you know it. All joking aside, time for the winter beasts. Stick around, this is the designer list. They're coming up right now. Welcome back to another video. Max Forti here. You already know if you want to smell incredible this winter time, I've got you covered. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, I have to be honest with you and toot my own horn here. This is probably the best winter compile list you've ever going to see out there. If you don't want more of the same, of course, there's going to be some things here that will smell similar to a few things that you're going to see out there. For the most part, I'm going to give you guys some really incredible hidden gems, as it were, that you will not see anywhere else. I promise you. Without babbling here, let's get into the choices. You're gonna get 3 honorable mentions and 12 top choices to get you smelling better than anybody else this winter season. Kicking off the list here, and you're gonna see how crazy good this list is, because I'm gonna start off the honorable mention here for the top winter designers 2025 into 2026 with Spice Bomb Extreme from Victor and Rolf. This is a tobacco, amber, and spices based scent. Cinnamon, tobacco, amber are some of the main notes here. Needless to say, this is a beast. If you're looking for a great one and done, you know, it's not gonna come cheap, but there's a lot of things here that will be a lot more expensive. But if you're looking for one and done for the winter, I highly suggest, if you like tobacco, amber, spicy fragrances, definitely check out Spice Bomb Victor and Rolf, the extreme version. It is the best one from the line. If you want something ambery, spicy, a little bit nutty and boozy, go with this one here from the house of Carolina Herrera. This is going to be the Elixir. This is a 5-ounce bottle. I went with the big one. I love this one so much. This is my favorite from the line. Could have made the top 12 here, but again, I wanted to give you guys an honorable mention because this is probably going to be the most playful or youthful fragrance on the list. You know, granted, there's a lavender note here, which makes things slightly a bit more mature than all the other, you know, fragrances from this collection. And this is, of course, the Bad Boy collection, the Lightning Bolt. This is the Elixir. This is my favorite. It's got a nutty hazelnut facet here. It's a little bit like a roasted chestnuts, similar to Stronger With You from the house of Emporium of Scents. So if you like that profile, you're gonna like this one. I like this one better because exactly of that herbal lavender heart that it has, which makes a little bit more mature, more well put together, but still retaining that playful, youthful sweetness that you get with the fragrance that I just talked about. And last but not least, if you want a big bang for your buck, this is the one to go with. This is going to be from the house of 𝗦𝗡𝗏, which is essentially a jewelry company. This is Start for Men. I talked about this fragrance last year. It was released last year. This is an incredible fragrance. The most affordable, you know, all things considered, you know, smelling great, amazing for the winter season, spices, you know, incense, pepper, saffron, iris, amber. This is incredible. Pound for pound, you know, on smell, price proposition, performance, this is gonna be your best bet. If you're on a budget out there and you want something incredible for the winter season, Start for Men is definitely a great one. I wanted to give this as a last honorable mention here for somebody that's on a budget, but you wanna smell incredible this winter time. Of course, I got you covered. There's other things here that are gonna be, you know, affordable as well. But I think, again, it's gonna be $30 to $40, guys, for a 90 ml, 3-ounce bottle. Again, performance, the smell, amazing, leathery, saffron, spicy, incense, slightly sweet, ambery, black pepper, cedar, vanilla. This is incredible, guys. You know, pound for pound, this is gonna be your best bet for a great value proposition here on this list. I'm gonna give you guys, again, a countdown style from number 12 all the way to number 1, which is gonna be, of course, my favorite fragrance to wear. I'm gonna be looking forward to wearing in the winter of 2025 into 2026. And this is going to be a delicious, warm, spicy, and resinous oud fragrance from the house of 𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗏. This is Oud Divine. It's a the name's very fitting. It's a divine type of an oud because you have resins, you have coffee, a coffee note here like a vanilla caramel macchiato. That's amazing. Love the coffee here, love the resins. It's very powerful. It's at the 12th spot here because, again, I don't really love ouds, but for the really crazy, you know, winters that we get here in New York, windy, you know, snow, very cold days that are gonna be below 0, you know, Celsius. This is something that I'm gonna really be looking forward to wearing in the heart of the winter time from January through February. This is gonna be a sweet coffee macchiato oud with resins and spices up top. The base here is amazing with the patchouli and a vetiver tonka, kind of a trifecta that, again, is uncanny. There's no other oud in the market that's gonna smell as good as this one. This is really, really incredible. It's gonna give any oud that you think about mainstream a run for its money, I promise you. And for the money and, you know, the smell here, this is amazing. Check this out, guys. Come back here and thank me later at the 12th spot, Oud Divine, or Divine Oud from 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Love this stuff. Can't get enough of this. For the really cold weather, this is a must for me. At the number 11 spot, perhaps the most daring and mysterious fragrance on the list. Very dark, very opulent, but also very daring. This is a fragrance that's not gonna be for the faint of heart. I love this one. This is a Midnight Stroll from the house of Gucci, their private line. This is going to be a trifecta of incense, cade oil, and vetiver, with a hint of a cypress, a green cypress, like Italian cypress, kind of a vibe that you get with Tom Ford, but much darker, much more resinous, much more spicy with that incense note, cade oil, and vetiver. This is insane, guys. If you like 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗦, for example, this is like that fragrance to the 10th power. Amazing, but again, not for the faint of heart. Again, I love this for the really cold winter nights, dresser situations. This is one that I absolutely love wearing, guys. A midnight stroll from the house of Gucci. This is one that don't get much play, but if you like them, a little bit weird, mysterious and dark, check this one out. Kicking off the top 10 list here, this is number 10. Again, a little bit daring, but not as daring as Midnight Stroll, but still has that effect of daringness to it, mysteriousness. Tom Ford Black Lacquer at the 10th spot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be resinous, boozy, and woody. There's a dark ebony wood in the base, a gorgeous rum note up top. It's so good. A little bit mysterious as well. You have a little bit of a smoky vetiver and incense kind of a profile sitting in the back and, peeking its head through here and there. Tom Ford Black Lacquer is no joke. It made, I think it was in my top 5 favorite releases of last year designers, and overall one of the best releases of the year, period. Check it out if you do love them. Again, dark, inky, boozy, resinous, and spicy, guys. Black Lacquer is no joke. Long lasting, beast mode. Again, a lot of the fragrances here will be 10+ hours. Some of them will be 12 to 14 hours. If you spray your clothes, it's gonna be like a separate entity. It will follow you for days on out. This is one of them. At the 10th spot, Black Lacquer from Tom Ford. Absolutely fire. Coming in at number 9, some people say this was the best release designers of 2025. I'm not sure it's gonna be the number 1 for me of the best releases of the year, designers, but it's definitely going to be in the top 10 for me. I'm really enjoying this one. It's gonna be an amber, spicy coffee. A little bit resinous. There's a licorice note here that's going to be a little bit divisive. From Hermès, this is 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗦 Eau de Parfum Intense. 2025 release. I love this. Christina Gel, I think, nailed it. She took the original scent profile and added this heavy, dark, incensey, licorice, and smoky vetiver kind of an undertone. This is going to definitely make things darker and take things to the next level, a couple notches. If you want something a little bit safer, go with the original 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗦. But this is going to be even harder to wear because a lot of people say that the Intense Vetiver, Eau Intense Vetiver, which is my favorite still from this line, is very hard to wear. So this one's going to be even harder because of that licorice, that spicy, smoky, and inky sweetness vibe to it. That's, again, not for everyone. It's going to be one of those complex, divisive, and polarizing notes, for lack of a better word. Guys, 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗦 Eau Intense Vetiver, I love this one. I actually put a little dent on this bottle. I wore it quite a bit. Right now it's starting to get really cold out. It's gonna be one for, again, daily wear for me for the winter time. This is something you can wear casual, you can dress it up, you can dress it down. It smells really good, especially if you can wait after the 15-20 minutes where the licorice gets a little bit more calmer and goes a little bit to the back, making way for the gorgeous bitter orange and the original scent profile that we come to love from 𝗕𝗘𝗙𝗦. This is a classic, guys. Very classy, very sophisticated, very elegant type scent. And again, that licorice is gonna be a little bit tough for some people. Coming in here at number 9, still a great one that I'm gonna be wearing very hard this winter of 2025 into 2026. This is amazing. Class personified in a bottle. Coming in at number 8, this fragrance here to me is an incredible masterpiece, hidden gem. This is something that you don't hear anybody talking about it. The brand itself is also a hidden gem. The brand is, of course, Rag & Bone, and the fragrance is going to be Oddity Eau de Parfum. Now, I talked about amber with you guys, which made my top fall list. This one here coming in at number 8 is going to be an incredible amber, of course, tobacco, spices, boozy accord with, there's also licorice and incense here. So it's predominantly an incense and amber, spicy type scent, but it does have notes of leather, tobacco, and boozy notes, like a rum accord, but it's just absolutely insane. This is fire, guys. This could have easily made higher on the list, but because I think the brand's being discontinued, I'm gonna wear this gingerly, not as heavy as I'd like to, because this one's the hardest one to find and perhaps the most procured. This one and the amber that I shared with you guys in the fall are the hardest ones to find from this collection. So I have to apply this gingerly and not wear as heavily. From what I understand, it might be discontinued. Oddity from Rag & Bone, absolutely fire at the 8th spot here in the winter countdown of 2025. 2026. Coming in at number 7, this fragrance I talked to you guys about as one of my favorite discoveries of the year. This was released last year, flew under the radar. I'd never heard about it. I know I haven't seen anybody really talk about this fragrance. This one here is going to be a tobacco and leather. You guys know tobacco, leather, boozy. You speak my language. I love it. It's what I love to wear, especially in the cold season. It's got the wow factor, the wow effect. And this one here, no joke. From Armani Privé, this is Noir Cogain at the 7th spot. I love this. It's going to be tobacco resins. There's an elemi resin here, vetiver. There's a leather accord, saffron, absolutely phenomenal. The saffron here is actually really nice. There is a boozy facet. There's no boozy notes listed, but you do, especially in the opening here, that tobacco with the leather, you get this almost bitter tobacco leaf, like a blonde tobacco leaf with the bitterness of like a spicy cognac. Gorgeous black pepper note. The leather here is very predominant along with that tobacco. This is fire. This is one of the best Armani Privé releases over the last few years, period. You need to get your nose in this one. If you don't want to get a bottle, I know it's expensive, get yourself a decant. I know you're gonna love it. In fact, let's talk about that right now. You can try any fragrance here at my top winter designer list, or any list for that matter, anything at all. Thousands to choose from, designer, indie, niche. You know the drill, guys. Perfume.com, the best place to try before you buy. You can use my code. In fact, don't use my code right now, Max15, because there's a couple things better for you. So I'm gonna read it off. Starting today, the time you're watching this video, which is Friday, November 21st, you will get 20% off. It's from today until December 7th at midnight. You'll get 20% off all samples automatically, 25% on all orders above $100 automatically, and 30% off on all orders above $200. No code needed. So don't use my Max15. Just order. The more you order, the more you save. Guys, enjoy all the stuff you see in here and thousands to choose from. Designer, indie, niche, you know the drill. Perfume.com, the best place to try fragrances before you buy them. Number 6 spot here is going to be an oud-based scent. So we started with an oud-based scent. This is like the midpoint of the video. I want to give you another oud-based scent. Now this is going to be a little bit more wearable than Oud Divine, because this is going to be a very designer-esque kind of an oud that borrow elements from a great oud scent from the house of Tom Ford. So this is like a Tom Ford oud wood with a spicier and sweeter kind of undertone. This is of course Versace Pour Homme Oud, and I think it's called Oud Noir. This is amazing, guys. This is sweet, spicy. The oud here is incredible. It's so pleasant, but also so bold at the same time. I like it more than oud wood because it's spicier, it's sweeter, and it's a little bit more resinous. I think oud wood is great for everyday wear. You can wear it as a signature scent. This one here for colder weather, or when you really want to make an entry. Guys, this is incredible. Versace Oud Noir, again, one of the best designer fragrances in the last 10 plus years that not many people had the chance to experience. This is not easy to find, but if you can get your nose in this one, get yourself a decant, try it. If you're looking for, one and done, a very easy to wear oud that's gonna really elevate your game, Versace Oud Noir is definitely one that's gonna do that easily. Coming in at number 5, top 5 right now. This particular fragrance I am in love with. This is something that I'm wearing almost on a regular basis because of the price point. Again, the performance, the longevity, everything you're getting with this fragrance, the smell, the scent profile is absolutely fire. This is rich woods, amyris. There's a milk chocolate kind of undertone that makes it very creamy, very inviting. There's a warm, rich herbal heart to the fragrance that's a little bit green and also lavender-like, which I love. This is from the Game of Spades, the Joe Milano Game of Spades. This is No Limit. I love this stuff, guys. Incredibly amazing fragrance. It's gonna get your notices. In fact, I'm gonna actually put this on today. It smells amazing, guys. It's absolutely incredible. The sweetness that you're gonna get here, it's gonna ride the composition, that rich, milky chocolate, lactonic, semi-lactonic vibe that you get here. It's gonna ride the composition from beginning to end, which makes this different from what this fragrance was inspired by, which the inspiration was MFK Amyris Homme. That fragrance is really good. It's been reformulated. It's not gonna give you the performance or the profile that this gives. This takes that fragrance, you're gonna get resemblances with that fragrance, but it takes it to the next level because you have a heavier, rich, woodsy base, along with the Amyris, woods and florals that you get with Amyris Homme from the house of MFK. You do get that here, but it gets amplified by that milky chocolate nuance, lactonic vibe that stays in the back, which is really creamy, long lasting. You do have a heavy dose of herbal components that you really don't get with that particular fragrance from MFK. This one here, heavier on herbal lavender components, which makes it very assertive, very stuff I like to wear. It's really harping into the aromatics, which I love. So this is incredible at the fit spot here. Could have been higher. I'm wearing this a lot right now from the fall into the winter. As we get into the winter season, it's gonna be a daily driver for me, signature scent type of stuff. Amazing, guys. You do wanna check this brand out. They produce incredible quality for amazing price. It's that simple. Check this brand out. Come back here and thank me later if you haven't already. If you ever already tried this brand, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You guys, if you follow this channel, you know how much I love in the fall season a fragrance from this brand, from Givenchy, called Gentleman Reserve Privé. I love that fragrance, the whiskey, the boozy note. It's one of the best fragrances I put my nose in from the designer side of things in quite a while. It really takes the cake. Now, this year at the 4th spot, I have one also from Givenchy. This is going to be the Gentleman's Society Ombre, which is, to me, It's going to be one of the best releases of the year, period. When I do my favorite releases of the year, amazing sprayer here. This is gonna make the top 10 of the best releases of the year, perhaps even the top 5. This is incredible. It's tobacco, it's resin, it's balsamic, spicy, just absolutely incredible. There's an iris note here as well. If you like tobacco, if you like iris with a leathery undertone, this is absolutely phenomenal, guys. From the house of Givenchy, this is one of the best releases of the year so far. If you haven't tried this fragrance, you need to do yourself a favor and get your nose on this one. It's at the 4th spot here today. Tomorrow it could be number 1. It's gonna be that simple. It's gonna be one of my go-tos for the winter of 2025 into 2026. Absolutely fire, one of the best releases of the year for a reason. Top 3, coming in at number 3, this is 𝗕𝗏𝗏 Farewell from the house of Dior. He left the brand, he has retired. And since then, you know, Francis Karchon has become the in-house perfumer, but this is 𝗕𝗏𝗏's Farewell, or Goodbye, if you will. This is incredible, released 4 years ago. This is Sauvage Elixir from the house of Dior. This is my favorite Sauvage. Of course, if you go back to the Eau Sauvages from back in the day, I do love that one more. But if we're talking modern perfumery, like a modern amber spicy fougere, I have to give credit to this one right here, guys. This is amazing. Beast mode. This is gonna last 12, 14 hours. If you spray your clothes, it'll be there for a whole week, I promise you. If you want something that performs well, it is expensive. One of the most expensive fragrances here on the list. Even at discounters, you're gonna pay close to 200 plus. But I'm telling you, if you love resinous, spicy, smoky, you know, lavender, fougere, green, aromatic, beast mode type scents, guys, with a modern twist, it's got a, you know, nice resinous, sweet, you know, right in the composition, but it is rather a mature, and it pays homage to the old school, you know, powerhouse fougères of old. This is absolutely incredible. One of my favorite fragrances in my collection of the designer variety of a modern take on fougere with a spicy and ambery undertone. Absolutely incredible. Sauvage Elixir at the 3rd spot. Coming in at number 2, designer brands should take note from this particular release. It was released late last year at the tail end of the year. Kind of got a lot of people by surprise because this particular brand has been very busy, but every single fragrance the fragrance brand has been releasing, it's been hit after hit. And this one here, my favorite right now currently from the Hugo Boss Bottled collection. This is of course Boss Bottled Absolute. Guys, this is fire, incredible, monsters. This is incredible, guys. If you haven't tried this fragrance, get yourself a bottle. If you want one and done, you can find this at discounters. An Amber Absolute is basically a leather-based scent. Anick Minardo, which is one of my favorite perfumers of all time, she was actually involved with this project. And again, this is basically going to be a spicy, smoky leather with an ambery, sweet, and woody base. But this is fire. Don't take my word. You gotta get your nose in this. I'm telling you, it's fire, but you have to try it. Every fragrance I'm talking about here, you know, if you have a similar taste to mine, if you follow the channel for over a decade plus, you know that I don't stir you wrong. If I tell you it's good and you follow my taste, you know it's gonna be good. So this one here, guys, if you want something, again, one and done, and you have a little bit more coin to spend than some of the ones I talked about here, but you do love a great ambery, spicy, and sweet leather, this is bold, it's full, it takes over a room. And again, the best designer releases over the last year, guys. This is absolutely incredible. Check this out and thank me later if you haven't already. If you try this fragrance, you know exactly how good this is. Coming in at number 1, ladies and gentlemen, let me get a drum roll, please. And here's the thing, the name is misleading. This is not an oud-based scent. This should have been called Salvatore Ferragamo Leather or just Salvatore Ferragamo Homme Extreme or something else. But if they call Salvatore Ferragamo Homme Oud, there's no oud here, guys. This is going to be Salvatore Ferragamo Homme Oud. Beautiful contoured bottle. This is my number 1 for the year of 2025 into 2026. I love this fragrance, guys. This is incredible. This is going to remind me of Bel Ami from back in the day. The vintage shaker bottle from Bel Ami, from Hermes. It's going to be that kind of a fragrance. It's a leather-based scent with spices, with lavender, herbal components. There is a sweet tonka vanilla, you know, amber kind of a situation that will come through play from the hard into the dry down, which will calm things a little bit, but it's mostly a very heavy leather base. And there's guaiac wood, there's heavy woods, there's vetiver, there's a gorgeous tobacco note here that's amazing. It could have been called tobacco. There's a boozy rum note here, tons of spices, but there's no oud. But it's a great woody base scent, guys. Amazing at the number 1 spot. If I hadn't sprayed Joe Milano's No Limit today, this would have been my scent of the day. It's another one that I love. It's gonna be my go-to this winter season for sure. Guys, there you have it. 15 fragrances I gave you in this video. I hope some of these will give you tremendous, you know, traction, will give you tremendous presence as much as they give me. Thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to leave your like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you get these videos straight into your feed. Check the description of this video because there's always very useful information for you, codes, best places to buy fragrances, where you want to try them, so on and so forth. Guys, smell great this winter season. I will see you right back here with the top niche and tons more just for you. Catch you in the next one. Take care.